be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
That's right. Yo, thy wife should be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, man. That's all our women. All right?
This Amos 7 and 17. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be a harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword.
And that's all our women. All these women out here have had other men. Even virgins, when they get popped for the first time, they go off and start playing a whore.
Yep.
Because just because you ain't being physically penetrated by a man doesn't mean you ain't a whore at heart. Because in your ancient world, you could have been a straight whore, man. You know? You know?
Yeah.
So
I can when I want to be.
Hey man, hold your peace, man.
You need to learn something instead of trying to say something. You should use these instead of these, my man.
Talking, man. We up here teaching, all right? Can you lower your voice a little bit? Let the sermon come out, all right?
I do apologize.
Hey, cause Kanye West, he said Instagram got your bitch, man. Even if your woman ain't always commit adultery, she caught up in the world, man. You could get a fresh version, but she gonna be caught up with trying to look good for this, trying to post this for that, trying to do this for this, man. Really, she should be trying to please you. If she was really your woman, she would try to shut down all that shit and just focus on you, her, yourself.
Yeah.
So that's how you know, hey, your wife is a harlot in the street, cause she trying to please other men.
Any woman with a social media, don't wife her up. Any woman that got social media, don't make her your wife. Not in it at that, man. Don't make her your goddamn wife. Yeah. Unless she's willing to shut that shit down. And 9 times out of 10, even if she close it down, she has a hidden one somewhere. Yeah. They all got hidden social media. Don't lie, man. Don't believe that. You know? Smokers.
I got one. You good, brother? This is Amos chapter 7, verse 17. Therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city.
That's the spirit that just came out twice. This is the third time it came out, but that's the spirit.
That is the spirit.
That's the spirit. We getting into it. All right? Thy wife should be a harlot in the city. And that spirit, all these women are harlots because like we read in Habakkuk, the law is slack. Righteous judgment doth not go forth. So lawlessness is here, man. And it's just a matter of time before the Most High really opens this thing up.
Yeah.
And be a straight up powder keg of evil and wickedness.
Yeah, and it shows the 180, man. Because in the curses in Deuteronomy 28, it say that wife whose feet so tender and delicate can't even hit the ground.
Our women was once tender, man.
Yeah.
Like when you go down to the Philippines or certain places in Malaysia, a woman would literally bow her head. She'd literally be timid, man. And they make you feel like, damn, you know? But you come over here, these women, they look you in your face and tell you, oh, I'm the prize. What?
That's why niggas getting passports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Clearly.
But that just shows you the spell of witchcraft over this place in Babylon, man. You got our same people overseas, man. They in a completely different spirit than if they lived here in this place, man. Here you get fed Cosmo magazine, you get fed World Star, Hip Hop, Essence.
Yeah.
You know, the Kardashians. That's your diet that you're digesting every single day. Yeah. And it just warped the minds of women to make them think that they're better than what they really are, man.
Yeah.
But the Lord has put them in the trick bag, man. You know? Jeremiah 28:8 says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what we out here for. We're prophesying of war, evil, and pestilence, man. Okay, you had, matter of fact, hold that real quick. Let me get this in the book of Acts. 12th chapter, man. Basically, because you had a prophet, I forgot his name was, I was just reading it earlier, but basically, he was the reason why the Romans at that time called us Christians, which was derogatory, because basically he prophesied of dearth coming upon the land. And that happened during the time of Claudius Caesar, which is dearth is famine. Okay, so you always had prophets that prophesied the end of a system, so to speak, because of the wickedness that was being perpetuated. And you know, when you had the Romans in power, it was a bunch of homosexual acts, man. Because those Caesars, they dealt with each other. Like if you look at the attire of the Romans, they had mini skirts on, man. They had like the sashes and shit. That was the attire of women, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh hath truly sent him.
Yep, and that's the point. When these things come to pass, when all hell break loose, when the famine hits America because of the evil and the wickedness, that's how you're going to know that the men of the Lord were out here.
Yeah.
Because the fact you see us out here, that's not a good sign to you.
Right.
Okay? That's a blessing to our people that's in the right mindset or that's going to repent. But for you people out here, you common folk, we like to say, that's not a good sign.
Yeah. And that's why the Bible is so important, because it contains prophecy. Man.
Right.
When you go into the Quran, they ain't got no prophecy. But even with the prophets themselves, a lot of things that they was prophesying, it might not have come to pass in their lifetime, man.
Yeah.
But hey, it get tricky in these last days, because Yahweh Shai himself said, "This generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled," man.
Right.
You see?
That's right.
So what we gotta have faith in knowing that the destruction and hell and death and calamity that comes upon the earth is gonna come to pass, because we reading from the script.
That's right.
Script ain't never lied. Script ain't never switched up.
Yep.
Well, hey,
Prophecy, you got it.
this is it. This is the book of Acts, Acts 11, and I'm going to start at 27. It says, in these days came prophets from Jerusalem unto Antioch, man, which shows you that prophets always been around. And it says here, and there stood up one of them named Agabus, and signified by the Spirit that there should be great dearth throughout all the world, which came to pass in the days of Claudius Caesar. All right? So, hey, the same men that was on the scene then, they're on the scene now. And we're in the time of the Caesars all over again, man. Nero, Agrippa, okay? Claudius, Antipater the Idumean, okay? All these men. Tiberius Caesar, okay? Which I believe Tiberius, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the son of Claudius, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll give him off on that. But overall, man, hey, we're out here and we're telling you of famine, pestilence, evil, war, death, destruction, all right? Fucking riots, wild animals, man, inclement weather, fucking chariots coming down, man.
Right.
All right, fire coming down from heaven.
Yeah.
Blackouts. They talking about mass blackouts from London
To
all the way
LA.
to LA.
Yeah. We try to tell that bugged out nigga earlier about the chariots, man. But niggas is so caught up in this fucking folly and this madness, they don't even want to understand the prophets, man.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, we can get on the level of you niggas, man. It ain't nothing you niggas can talk about that the prophets can't correct, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the guy said, "Hey, you gotta watch 4 hours of it." No, we not gonna watch 4 hours of shit, man. If it ain't coming from the scripts, we ain't watching 4 hours of it.
Better watch
Goddamn thing.
better watch a 2-hour camp video.
This nigga
nigga.
talking about some because Esau, some shit Esau put on Mars. Esau's a liar, man.
Yeah.
All right, this man is the devil that the Bible talks about.
That's right.
Devil means deceiver, man. Get it through your goddamn cracked out mind, bro.
Yeah.
All right, or go smoke some more fucking wet.
Yeah.
Leave us the hell alone.
Appreciate.
Go ahead, huh?
It's Jeremiah 30, verse 4. And these are the words the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace.
Hey.
Trembling and fear and not of peace, man. Okay? Trembling and fear and not of peace. Like we had Stephon Curry that walked past us, he ain't make mention.
Yeah.
He's too busy kicking it on the phone with another nigga's woman, man. He's trying to get.
Kind.
And the Most High got a special judgment for you, nigga, you light-skinned niggas that think you the shit, man.
Con.
you want to be pretty boy.
Yeah, he's pretty boy niggas.
The missiles in the mix.
Oh, he gonna be
black
burnt.
and crispy, man. All right?
El DeBarge niggas, man.
That's it, man. But hey, you gotta understand, man, a lot of these camps, they not pushing the destruction like that, man. I be watching, you know, just to get a taste of what they saying. They don't push the missiles, man. They don't push the Jacob's trouble.
Because they don't have the understanding.
They don't push the chip, man.
All right?
You got it.
They don't have the understanding. They don't have the knowledge of the scriptures, man. They're so flabbergasted on trying to get everybody to conform into their congregation so they can get that money out of them, man.
Yeah.
Hey, what Apostle Gabar said earlier in the week? He said, hey, man, look, the Most High ain't revealing it to these guys, man, because they don't have the righteous aspect. Because you got to be a damn fool to not see that the MOTB is the Quran. That's clearly the algorithm of the world today. Everything is being led through something smart, man. Smart algorithms, smart TVs, smartphones, smart vehicles. This one guy started up a damn car, his Tesla, with the swipe of his goddamn hand.
Yep.
And you mean to tell me that that's not going to be mandatory, and that's not going to be the technology that they're going to use? Because, hey, they're talking about phasing out cash by this year, or if not this year, by May or June of next year. Cash may be totally obsolete. Then what are you going to do? Then what you going to say? Oh, well, man, you know, we don't believe it's the MOTB. We trying to tell you that that chip is going to be relevant in the days we coming in, man. Because they don't want to deal with this fiat currency. They don't want to deal with the cash-based system.
That's right.
They can't control it, man.
It say Jeremiah 30 verse 5, for thus saith the Lord, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. So us as a prophets, if we hear that voice from the Lord, you gonna hear that voice from us, man. We are in no position to switch up the message of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, man.
Right.
If the Lord tell you something, you better utter that to the T, man.
Right, because then the scriptures say, meddle not with them that's given to change.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a precept here. This is the book of Luke 1 and 70. And I'm going to start here. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at 68. It says, blessed be the Lord, Yahweh of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began. That's the word of the Lord. The voice of the Lord are the prophets, man. When we come out here, the Most High speaks to us, man. And we say that with boldness.
That's right.
Okay? And we're glorying in that. Because Paul said, hey, I glory in the power of the Lord, man. So it's beautiful coming out here telling you people you're going to fucking die unless you repent.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Jeremiah 30 verse 6, it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child? Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and faces, and all, hold on, it say, and all faces turn into paleness.
Oh, paleness. And paleness is not necessarily being, or you turn pale white. No, that's going into a state of mourning, a state of decay, a state of being distraught in the mindset, man. Because did the scripture say, when that fire comes, behold, all faces is blackness? So when these people see that hell break loose, they're gonna lose it, man. People gonna literally look like straight up zombified mummies out here when that destruction comes. Because remember, the Lord is smiting the food right now.
Yeah.
Okay, the food, like you go to these different Walmarts, hey, they going up, man. A carton of low-level eggs is damn near $3 a fucking carton, man. And you mean to tell me something that was 60 cents years ago is now $3?
Right.
That's like a 300% increase, man.
Last precept.
Jeremiah 30 verse 7, it say, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. Hey, we haven't even experienced it yet, man. Say, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it.
Jacob's trouble, man. All right? The time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it, man. Okay? So all hell is getting ready to break loose on the street of America.
That's right.
So your Too Light, your goddamn Starbucks, your fucking Main Street, your 1617 event space, you do, that's the spirit. You do smart home, we do internet. The fiber, there you go right there, that big slogan, that moniker right there. That shows you the world we living in. Cheap. And that's all in the chief place of concourse here, man. So how much more when dearth come upon the land? You're going to remember that the prophets were out here.
That's right.
Because all you people in Kansas City you know about, like that nigga that came up early. He said, oh, I seen you on YouTube. Oh, duh, we on YouTube, nigga.
Yeah, because Jake could be starstruck and then be goofy and
spoke
at the same time, man. You know, showing that these people are completely confused, man.
Because low-key, they envy the prophets, man. We're like celebrities to these niggas. So they come when they left, and they should, because that's the same account when Paul dealt with them niggas on Mars Hill. Those debates against those Stoic niggas and those Epicureans, hey, Paul dealt with the same shit. They envy Paul so much to the point they over-expounded in their knowledge to try to come up against the Most High. And what the Lord do, he confounded them on the spot. Going back into the same account, when Elijah went up against the prophets of Baal, man, they offered up a sacrifice to see if it was going to be consumed by the fire, and it was not. But when Elijah offered up his sacrifice, the Lord, he did it, man. And that's the same thing today. Our sacrifice, Lord's will, we're those men is going to be held in high regard to the Lord. While you people are calling on your gods, your OnlyFans demons, your Jesus Christ, that white piece of meat, and the Lord's going to shut all that nonsense down.
Calling upon a divine feminine.
Yeah.
I call upon the divine feminine of the universe. Well, who created the universe?
Yeah.
Did the feminists create the universe?
Ancestors.
Hey, y'all brothers see that clip with Kevin Gates talking about
Yeah, man.
it's not
That
a
bitch
man.
ass nigga, man.
He's a mixture between both.
Yeah, man.
Well, Kevin Gates is on that because, hey, somebody split his record hole when he was in jail, man.
Yeah,
All right? Honestly, Kevin Gates, man,
yeah.
you should have just went to jail and committed suicide, man.
Con.
That would have been better for a dyke-faced nigga like you, man, because I ain't gonna lie, you look like a woman now, man. You got curves and hips and shit. You look like a straight-up woman named, you look like a nigga named Snoop, bro.
Baby D.
We're gonna wrap it up in a minute, man. How long you think? How long we think?
We had 50 minutes right now.
Yeah, we did 40 minutes on the phone.
Man. What's that? An hour and a half?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 18. For the preaching of the cross is unto them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of the Most High.
Right, because unto us, man, is righteousness. But when you preach righteousness into a generation of wicked and evil doers, it's foolishness unto them. That's why they come up and say, God, you can't judge me. Like, call out one of these little maggot-faced demons out here and see what they're gonna say. Yeah. Oh, sister, you ain't supposed to have more than one man. Nah, you judging me, nigga.
Yeah.
Why you judging me? Why? Because they're thieves of the darkness, man.
God know my heart.
Con.
Yeah, God knows you the wicked ass
You
bitch.
the hoe.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why your reward's gonna be a missile. Because the Lord knows your heart. Says,
Hey, you gotta have fun with it, man. In the rain and shit.
Yeah.
You gotta make the best out of it. Like they say, they give you lemons, make lemonade, man.
That's right, call lawyer
You
out.
gotta make the best out of a fucked up situation, man. You know, and this is nothing compared to what the hell is gonna happen to you people.
That's right.
You know?
Verse 19. For it is written, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise.
Yeah.
And will bring to nothing the understanding of the prudent.
Hey, and who's the prudent in this world? Kevin Samuels, fucking, give me some names.
Elon Musk.
Fresh and fit.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, he's a low, Bill Gates of hell.
Oh, yeah, low level,
Fucking,
yeah.
what's he, Dr. Fauci?
Yeah.
That nigga.
4 foot shrimp, that knoll right there, man. Okay? That's some of the higher names in this world, man. You see, Jeff Bezos.
The niggas that the women that are in charge of the World Health Organization, the
World-
fat bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The health women. The bitch that's in charge of UK.
Oh yeah, the
fat bitch, man. That's in charge of health.
Look like she finna choke off a goddamn waffle.
Come on, yeah,
You know how
Salaki.
ironic that are? To show you how they put the body in front of your face. They got this
big girl.
fat, low-life, waffle-eating bitch as your forefront of health. And that's the moniker of Eptimon of health. A
That's
bitch
crazy.
that looks like she's losing a kidney.
Yeah. There's a picture of that bitch with a cigar in her hand and some beer, drunk as fuck. That's the health minister, man.
Hey, the Queen of England. Hey,
Oh, man.
you blood drinking reptile. Hey, and call slavery.
That's right.
Hey, I want you, man. L to the Queen.
Hell yeah.
Got your crusty ass.
You out of here, man. You
Right.
not a queen, all right? Talking about the oldest monarch and that proved that that's wickedness and that they have the stock of Amalek because Amalek deals with matriarchy.
Yeah, the matriarchy, man.
Because the fucking son, and he was a so-called heir to the throne at 3 years old, but this bitch had to die.
Yeah.
Fuck out of
And
here.
they, the country at Jamaica, they said they about to mourn the queen for like a whole week. But how did Jamaica get under English rulership?
Well, they had
By
it.
colonialism, man.
And
You honoring your slave owners,
Yep.
goofies.
and she was an eugenist, man. And a lot of them niggas in the UK are straight up Benjamites, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Nigerians, them bitch ass
You had,
niggas.
you had something called the British Commonwealth out there in those islands down there. The British was heavy there, man. These different Edomite nations, they colonized different areas, man. The Spanish colonized the western part of Hispaniola. You know, the British colonized the Jamaican islands and all those different islands that are close by there. You know what I'm saying? And then you had the Portuguese, they colonized further south.
The south.
Mexico and fucking Brazil and shit, and then you had the French
with the Haiti.
They had the other half
French
of
had
Española.
Haiti,
Because they had garrisons set up like that's why the British and the French ended up kind of infighting because they both was kind of garrisoning over who was going to take over the island of Española.
Right.
But they kind of
Right. Yeah, they took over Louisiana too, the French.
Yep.
Louisiana Purchase.
Yep.
Man, they made a lot of money off you stupid ass niggas. How the hell you broke? Louisiana Purchase was set up that you would never go broke in life. How the hell are you in $400 trillion debt, man?
Yeah. Well, they paid other white people because Esau basically he didn't conquer that whole land of Gad. He claimed it on a map. But then he sold it to other Edomites, the English.
Well, yeah, he couldn't conquer because that's when you had the Gullah Wars. Gullah Wars basically Jake freed themselves. There was a lot of Seminoles that hooked up with Judites and Levites, man. And they basically trained the American cavalry on how to fight fucking other Gadites, man.
Yeah.
That's how they fell in the Gullah Wars. But other than that, the Gullah Wars, they totally whooped Esau's ass, man.
Right. But that shows you Esau knows this land was worth money, but did he pay a single Gadite any money? Did he pay Reuben any money? No. He paid other white people money.
Put you on a reservation, man.
So this guy got a lot to pay for. But we supposed to hail the queen and praise her for her service. What the fuck does that bitch do besides drink human fluids?
She fuck with that Google Chrome, man. That Reno Chrome.
Yeah.
That drink.
That Chrome, that Trini. Hey,
That Henny.
watch that movie, Dr. Sleep, man. That's the second part of Stanley Kubrick's Shining. Stephen King wrote the second part of his novel, The Shining, back in 2012, which is called Dr. Sleep, which basically put a light on what the hell they were doing. Like they say that they want to, 10 kids come up missing.
Yeah,
They say that you can't persecute or prosecute the monarch in power unless you dethrone them first. But why would they try to dethrone them when they always in on the shit?
Right. Yeah, it's not a coincidence. Her son, Prince Andrew, or nephew, whoever the fuck he is.
It was his neat
he's all
nephew.
caught up. All you niggas are connected, man.
And he's a bunch of low ass Edomites.
Right, the lowest people on the planet Earth ruling over you. They still got crowns and rare jewels and opal that they just stole from India. It's in the British Museum right now.
Yeah.
They straight up took it, man.
I think she got a chariot that's made of straight up gold. She stole from Africa.
Yeah, because she had the fucking British MI5, MI6 agents went down there and they took it, man.
Right.
Like, how the hell you think they was able to get it from India? They had fucking the MI6 that went down there and they slaughtered people, they started wars, and they shipped the shit back, man. Like when you read them Ian Fleming novels of James Bond, because remember Ian Fleming, he came up with the concept of James Bond because he was a naval officer during the Second World War. And that was basically how he wrote those novels about, because it wasn't nothing but spies infiltrating in World War II, man. Espionage was deep then, man.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
World War
So that's how he came up with the concept of James Bond, because he met real life spies. And he even said it in his novel. He said, well, look, man, they send people to these different countries that dictate the overthrow regimes, and they set up puppet leaders. Same thing, man. And what's equivalent to the MI5 or the British MI6? The
CIA.
Same shit.
Yep.
Yes, hey.
Dogs, man.
Hey, run it back to the ancient world, man. The Herodian dynasty. They snuck their ass to get to the rulership of Israel, man. That's how you had a King Herod, who was an Edomite, man. They sneak their ass in places they don't belong, man.
Right.
That's why Habakkuk say, this nigga don't keep at home, man. His desire is his hell. He want everything.
Right.
Going all these European museums, all the jewels that they got is from other lands that they've pillaged.
That's why a lot of Edomites be Frank Jakes, man, because that's how they infiltrate. That's the same thing how the Queen of England married into the black nobility of England, man. You think that fucking devil, the Queen of England, that blood drinking bitch, you
That's
think
right.
that she really noble? No, man, because blacks rule Europe, man. These damn devils ain't rule no damn Europe, man. They was in slavery, but see, as we started to decline, they married into the black nobilities of England, the black nobilities of Spain, the black nobilities of France, Germany, man, of Ireland, Wales. Okay, it's the same thing when like you broke down the Herodian dynasty, even during the time of Alexander the Great, which was before the Herodian dynasty. Remember that, hey, Alexander, he bowed down to the priests.
Yeah.
Okay, because you had Jason the high priest, which was a Levite, well, he had to be a Levite, but basically, man, hey, he went in there and he gave reference to Yahweh and Yahushai. So these devils always studied our history, man. And that's why vocab keep bringing this monkey ass among us. Because he's infiltrating, man. He wants to know.
Right.
Esau always wanted to envy Jake, man.
They always
And they're like the deaf adder, man. They so cut in the spirit. They're the deaf adder. You see, like they act like we ain't even here, but yeah, we condemn
Yeah, they cut.
devils, man. Piece of shit. Man, the Lord destroy all you fucking devils. There ain't another ugly ass baby in you.
That's right.
Hey, blessed is he that dashes
Little
babies
ones.
and little
It's
ones
the
to the stones.
That baby cried, man. That baby
When did they
cried.
get mad at us because they say we racist? You the motherfucker that started racism first, man.
Con.
We got a right to be goddamn racist up here.
Like, ask yourself, what's the story of how all this shit got here? Did you earn it fairly and squarely? No. Did you trade? Did
You shoot
come
the
over
fair one.
Hat in hand? but all of a sudden now we gotta treat you. We gotta walk around eggshells around your ass now. You're the wicked,
You're
man.
not supposed to be racist.
You invented racism. Why the hell we even call each other black, white, red, all this?
Yeah.
You invented the shit.
That's why they
You
created
gotta lay
equal
in the bed
opportunity.
that you made, man.
Yes, sir.
Equal opportunity, some bullshit.
You blurred the lines of who descends from who because you wanted to hide who you were, man.
Yeah.
That's what the elephant in the room is. That's what you don't want to talk about.
That's right.
You relegated all of humanity to 5 colors, man.
Yeah, Blumenbach came up with the concept of mongoloid, negroid, contiguoid. Go ahead, bro.
Second Ezra 16, verse 45. And therefore they that labor in vain. But you gotta understand, man, a lot of people still putting energy into America. The elites is ready to take the plug off this bitch, man.
Yeah.
Hey, once cash is over and that MOTV is done, hey, all that middle class shit, all that upper middle class shit, even a lot of that upper class shit, man. Everybody's about to be reduced to nothing, man. You gotta understand that.
If I could, one quick analogy. When Esau had the financial great crisis, man, before it went down, he knew. So what did he started doing? He started pulling out shorts against the market. He started doing it ahead of everybody else, like everybody else.
Oh,
kept
yeah,
buying
was way
stock.
behind.
It kept going up and it kept going up. That's where we're at today.
But that's why motherfuckers ain't really told right before they didn't get. A lot of those guys, they got out of there. They confidently hopped out of there, man. They like, look, take your assets and then go. We get ready to crash it, man. Because you gotta understand the elites, man. They deal with class. They don't deal with lower, middle, and upper. They deal with rich and poor.
Come.
If you ain't in that 1% of the monarch, then you ain't with it, man. You think motherfucking Rothschild give a fuck about Bill Gates? Hell nah, man. You make that nigga disappear, man.
Right.
It says, Second Ezra, chapter 16, verse 45 again. And therefore they that labor in vain. For strangers shall reap their fruits and spoil their goods, overthrow their houses, and take children captives. For in captivity and famine shall they get children.
Oh, look.
Verse 47. And it says, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery. You see? Because, hey, how did you get your shit? You got your shit by robbery. So in this time of Jacob's trouble, motherfuckers gonna spoil you, man.
That's right.
This is the time of recompense.
That's right.
Yahweh Shem Yahshua deals with equity, man.
Yep.
If you do one thing to somebody, the same thing's gonna come upon you.
It's called justice.
Right.
Yep.
And it say, and they that occupy their merchandise with robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins, saith the Lord. Hey, so what that mean? Go ahead and buy the 2022 Benz. Go ahead and buy that house in Leawood.
Tesla.
Yeah, go ahead, go get the Tesla. Go ahead and get your John some new clothes. Where the fuck you buy your shit?
The Bentley truck and Tigers.
Hey, go ahead and build these buildings. Hey, if you could push that camera
Oh, of
around.
course, of
hey,
course.
That's them decking the cities.
I think that's two lights.
That's gonna be 3 lights.
Yeah.
Hey, let's read that again, man. It said, and they that occupy their merchandise for robbery, the more they deck their cities, their houses, their possessions, and their own persons, the more will I be angry with them for their sins.
So the Lord is pissed off with this shit. That's why he say he's built that should throw down. And that nigga Travis Kelce's been right up there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Brunel, NFL player for the Kansas City Chiefs.
He might be a Jake though.
Yeah, Kelce is Jake.
He's straight up a Jake.
Yeah, he a Jake. Kelsey J. I think he deals with the nigga woman.
He deal with the nigga woman, yeah.
Demon on him, man.
With Jake.
Yeah. That's like my man Robert De Niro. He don't do shit but fuck with Keisha.
Oh yeah, he
man.
got Keisha.
He stuck with Keisha way longer than I would. I can tell you that right now. I've been out there.
It say, 2 Ezra 16 verse 49, like as a whore envieth a right and honest woman, so shall righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself. Hey, and that's why we pissed off, man, because we can see the evilness being decked out, man. We can see the wicked of the earth is still dwelling in riches and happiness, man. It say, so shall the righteousness hate iniquity when she decketh herself, and shall accuse her to her face. And that's what we do on the streets. We accusing these devils of being wicked, man. It say when he cometh, it says when he cometh, that shall defend him that diligently search out every sin upon the earth, and therefore be ye not like unto nor to the works thereof, for yet a little and iniquity shall be taken away out of the earth, and righteousness shall reign among you.
Wait, man.
Right.
Wait, man.
Lord said he's gonna diligently seek sin, man.
Diligent.
He's gonna find out everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
How
That's
you close,
Bro, do y'all understand the gravity of that? The Lord is, that's what makes him so scary, man. Because he's all knowing.
Keep tabs.
See, the Lord, it ain't just no flim flam. You know how we do shit in these days? You know how you may wipe a table off and you may miss a part, you might get it late. No, the Lord is going to be thorough with this shit,
Pristine.
man. He said, look, man, your sins are going to find you out, man. He's going to do a diligent search, man. Meaning everything is going to be unturned, bro. When you pissed in the bed, the Lord going to know, like, look, man. Hey, man, we are messing with a... Look, you don't want to be on the bad side of a power that's that omnipotent, man. All-knowing. He said that's what that nigga Young Blood Priest, he said one thing that makes God afraid is that he's all-knowing. And we're dealing with a power that's not going to leave someone unturned, man. All right? And with that, we're going to close out and give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. With that, Shalom. And above,
Above.
Shalom.